Hello and welcome. Today we're traveling back in time to the late 30s and we're going to be talking about the Rocketeer.
The Rocketeer. Go get him, kid.
The Rocketeer was released in 1991, and this film I was really looking forward to watching because I've known about the character longer than I've known that it was a film. And that's because of all the cosplay characters it's done. The Rocketeer as a cosplay character is a very popular character that I've seen all over the place and never realized that it's a Walt Disney picture. So I was really excited to look into this film. I also got really more excited when I realized that it takes place in 1938 and it has to deal with the Nazis and that whole pre-World War II feel. It's basically Captain America in that sense when we come to the superhero aspect of it. And you know how much I love my Captain America. I just love everything about the 40s and 30s and it is beautifully aesthetically gorgeous. It stars Bill Campbell, who plays Cliff, who is a pilot and he loves to fly. He's the Rocketeer. And Jennifer Connelly, who is his girlfriend Jenny Blake, who is an upcoming actress in the 30s. It's a very serious film. It's a lot more serious than I first expected it, but it works really well. It's a complete drama where the superhero aspect of it isn't really there until the third act. And there's so much that happens that's just a lot of fun, and I don't want to spoil anything, but it's definitely a really great watch. I love the character dynamics between Cliff and Jenny, and the script is really well done, the story is really well done. I love the aesthetic of it, the sets are beautiful, and I like how much they focus on the piloting and he ends up finding this rocket and deciding to, it's a jetpack, and he decides to strap it onto himself and become the Rocketeer.
How do I look? Like a hood ornament. Stand clear. What was that?
Big gopher.
Are you trying to kill yourself? I like it.
And helps with saving people, trying to make money, so he's able to get back into the Nationals because he crashed his plane previously, and that's the jumping point that lines everything up together. At the same time, the Nazis were using that prototype of a rocket to try to infiltrate everywhere in the world, because this was when Hitler was still a good guy, perceived to be, and wasn't known about his plans yet, about how he was trying to wipe out the entire world, half the entire world. It's always interesting to see, and I really do like anything that's related to World War II propaganda. It's always interesting to learn about, and I love how many superhero films are based off of this, because it is such a tragedy that obviously you don't want to like water it down, but it's nice to see how much creativity was made out of this. And it's very interesting how much this one tragedy ended up sparking genres and genres of films and the hundreds of characters. I do love this time though. I really do. It's just a very interesting time, and it was such simpler, but there was still a lot going on and they did a really great job with it. Very similar to Condor Man though, there's a subtle underscore for the Rocketeer and it plays often. And whenever he's on screen and he's in action, it's playing. Same exact thing that they did with Condor Man, but there is a 10 years difference between them. I just love everything, the costumes, the aesthetic, the music. It's totally my vibe, so I'm grateful for it, and it's really cool that it's still somewhat relevant. You still see a lot of people do that. It was based on a graphic novel, so I'm glad that it still has relevance today, even though it's not that known. But it's very, very, very amazing film. It's a very serious film, so it's not really a fun film, but it definitely is interesting to watch, and it definitely is written well, directed well, everything. It is a really grand movie. Tomorrow we're going to be jumping ahead, and we're going to be talking about Up, Up, and Away, which was a Disney Channel original movie. So stay tuned, and as always, I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you real soon.